Okay, so what is the empirical formula of a compound containing 81.8% carbon, 18.2% hydrogen? So what we'll do is we'll first of all assume that we have 100 grams of compound, which means we have 81.8 grams of carbon and 18.2 grams of hydrogen. And now we'll figure out the number of moles we have. So we'll start out with 81.8 grams of C. And we'll have grams of C on the bottom, moles of C on top. 1 mole of C is 12.01 grams of carbon. And that's going to come out to be 6.81 moles of carbon. And we'll do the same thing for the hydrogen here, 18.2 grams of hydrogen times, we'll have grams of hydrogen on the bottom, moles of hydrogen on top, 1 mole of hydrogen, 1.0 gram, 1 grams of hydrogen. And that's going to be 18.0 moles of hydrogen. Next thing we want to do is we want to take each of these and divide through by the smallest one. So we can see that 6.81 moles for the carbon divided by 6.81 moles will equal 1. So that's for the carbon. And we'll do the same thing for the hydrogen, 18.0 moles divided by 6.81 moles is going to come out to be 2.65. That's for the hydrogen. Now we can't just go ahead and round this to a whole number. It's way too far away from a whole number. What we've got to do is we've got to look at the 0.65 and ask ourselves, well, what fraction is that closest to, or common fraction is that closest to? And from what I know, I'd say that 0.65 is close to 0.66. And if I had 0.66, what I would want to do is realize that 0.66 is the same as saying 2/3 or 2 over 3. So what we've got at this point is a ratio where we've got carbon is to hydrogen is 1 is to 2 and 2/3. And if I wanted to make this a whole number, I'd have to get rid of the thirds here, and the best way to do that would be to take each of these and multiply them by 3. So what I'm going to end up with is 3 is to 8, and that's how I end up getting my empirical formula, C3H8. I think for these kinds of things it's really important to know your decimal conversions for your common fractions, all the way down to fifths from what I would recommend.